There we go. Good morning.
I was waiting on you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning on March the 29th.
I didn't have to look at the date.
No,
Be proud of me.
didn't have to look at the date.
He's older than me.
50 in one day.
50 in one day.
50 in one day. I do want to say thank y'all so much for all the birthday wishes and messages and comments and everything I got yesterday. It was a lot.
All that stuff.
It was a lot. And I certainly appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Had a wonderful birthday yesterday.
And I made a post on Facebook yesterday morning about your birthday. And a lot of people said happy anniversary. So I thank y'all too. The first picture I put up was us.
That's a wedding.
So they automatically thought it was happy anniversary.
I get it.
But that's okay.
I get it.
No worries. You were being nice, and that's all that matters. We're
That's
nice.
right.
We try to be nice here. That's our goal.
Absolutely.
No negative, no bad stuff. Just smiles and good coffee.
Good coffee this morning.
Good coffee.
So yesterday, I had a great birthday. I really did. Had a great birthday. We went. Well, you and Mary Carl were asking. We were kind of thinking we were gonna go somewhere nice to eat. We did it for Mary Carl's birthday. We took her out somewhere nice to eat, a nice steakhouse, and so that seemed to be the consensus of the plan and everything. And yesterday morning, I woke up and I said,
He didn't say this out loud.
No, I was thinking to myself. I was like, self, I don't need nowhere fancy dancy. I really would just like some good hot wings. And so we had bought tickets to go to the Shakespeare Festival to go to play to see Sherwood, The Adventures of Robin Hood right here. And that started at 7.
It was in Montgomery. Big city.
Yep. And I told you, I was like, do y'all care where we go to eat? And you said, nope, me and Mary Carl already talked about it. We didn't care where you wanted to go to eat.
Mary Carl said, Mama, where are we going to eat? And I had told her earlier, I said, I don't know where we're going to eat, but Daddy's going to decide. So wherever he decides is where we're going.
And I told you, I said, would y'all be upset if we go somewhere that sells good hot wings? And both of y'all said, absolutely not. So we went to Bob Baumhauer's Wings, and it was really close to the Shakespeare Festival.
Yes, it turned out to be a very good location wise.
Yes, indeed it did. And the wings were good, and we had a good time.
I had good company.
Yeah.
I had good company. I got fish at a wing restaurant. I was kind of skeptical about doing that, but I got it, and it was good. I try to not eat much fried food. So this was blackened fish. And of course, Jason had his hot wings.
I did. And it was delicious.
And Mary Carl had something called hot lips. And it's just boneless chicken and, coated in wing sauce, just like a wing, but not so nasty.
Right.
I don't say nasty, messy.
Not as messy. Yeah. I get the traditional. It's got to have the bone in it. It's got to have, you got to,
gotta get
hands. Nasty. When I eat wings, I would literally use almost a whole roll of paper towels.
Ollie's trying to get her tail.
Ollie's chasing her tail.
Yeah, he needs a whole roll of paper towels.
I get it everywhere. But it was good. Had a good time. The play was phenomenal.
It was really good.
It was really, really good. It was a comedy, and it was funny. It was great. Really, really good.
We bought the tickets earlier in the week, and it said when I bought them, I could buy VIP tickets for $35 more. And I said, I don't know what VIP is. It didn't explain it very well. But anyway, I didn't get the VIP. I just got regular tickets. So we get there and, we're at door 3 and we go in, and the nice lady that's seating people offered for us to sit up on the stage. And there were probably let's see, probably
It was probably
12,
10, 20 people up there, you reckon?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. About 20 chairs. And I figured out that that's what that VIP was.
Mhm.
So obviously nobody paid for the VIP and they wanted to fill those chairs because it was part of the play, part of the act.
Right.
And they asked us if we wanted to sit on stage. And I was, I answered for everybody. I was like, yeah. And Mary Carl was like, no. So we didn't get to sit on stage.
Didn't get to sit on stage.
I so signed us up for it.
You actually participated in the play, and yeah, she was she didn't want to do that.
She didn't want to do it.
She didn't want to do it.
After we sat down, I thought, well, there's empty chairs up there. I could go sit up there by myself. But I didn't.
But it was a great play.
It was really entertaining.
This is the second play we've seen by Ken Ludwig's, and both of them have been comedies. The first one was the Sherlock Holmes play.
That's right.
And this one was the Robin Hood, and just they're great. You remember the Sherlock Holmes? I think there was only 3 actors, and they played all the characters. And in this one, there were 6, and they played all the characters. So they
phenomenal.
were running. Yeah, it was great. It was absolutely great. So if you're in the area, and
or wherever you are, there's maybe a
oh yeah, they travel.
Well, I'm saying there are events in different states that are not actually the Shakespeare Festival. But it was very entertaining, and I never thought as a child having to go to these events with my class. We had to go to one every year. And we look forward to getting a day out of school, but I never paid attention to the play.
Yeah.
I always just looked at it like a day out of school, and then we had to take a test on it, and I just had to ask other people because I didn't listen.
Right.
But now I enjoy it, and it's something that I paid to go to.
Yeah.
To see. So, boy, have the tables turned. The dog is trying to get over here to us. So Jason is a little preoccupied. He's watching her, and
she'll just knock everything down.
Last week we put her in the backyard with the dogs, and she did well, but she started barking. So hopefully Holly will.
Rain.
Yeah, it's rain on the radar, so we don't want her to have to be. The little dogs can get inside into the little room, but Holly can't fit through the doggy door, and Holly's never used a doggy door.
Right.
So, yeah, Holly uses a big girl door. I think I hear it now.
Yep.
A little sprinkling starting.
Rain.
So it was supposed to be a washout today, but
yeah, I think they've changed that. I think it's going to be hit or miss.
Well, it's like 70% still, but the radar's covered right now.
And it's just green though. It's not no yellow or red or anything like that. So it's just green. Thank goodness.
I think we're good.
So on the way back from our fun evening, you got a text.
Oh, I didn't know what you were going to say.
From Zoe at Chestnut Hills. It said, "Has Jason checked the mail?" And Jason had not checked the mail.
No,
had not checked the mail that day. And so she said, "Well, it was pretty much, well, be sure he checks it." So I checked the mail, and lo and behold, there was a box that was shipped to me with my name on it. And I was thinking it was going to be
something you had ordered.
I thought that was something I had ordered. I didn't think it was. And I said, "Well, Brooke, there's really nothing in here. This is, I don't see anything from Nick or Zoe in here." And so then I walked to the farm stand, make sure they can put it over there. Nothing there. So I said, "Well, there's nothing here."
I thought that Zoe had made some cookies or something and left them, and I thought, well, somebody enjoyed. Maybe my mama got them and couldn't help herself and ate them up.
Oh gosh!
But it was in the box that Jason thought was something he had ordered.
Yeah, because there's Lester. Good morning, buddy.
Hello, Lester.
So in the box, of course, it was a package, and it had my name on it, and it was shipped to me, and all this. And when I opened it up, I immediately knew that's what they told me to. That's what they told us to check.
That was something they had sent.
So Nick and Zoe, and I think Nick had 99.9% of the decision making in this.
You think?
Got me a little something. And of course, it is the Smokey and the Bandit DVD set.
It's not just one Smokey and the Bandit.
It's 7. Now, being a Smokey and the Bandit fan, I knew that there was Smoking Bandit 1, 2, and 3, but I had no idea it was Bandit Goes Country, Bandit, Beauty and the Bandit, and Bandit's Silver Angel. I had no idea it was 7 movies.
Well, I didn't either. The only ones I've ever seen is 1 and 2.
Oh, me. But, yeah. Thank you, Nick, which I've already told him and all that good stuff. But I just thought that was great. But it didn't stop there. They also had something else in there for me. And that is the official Band 1 tag. Now, this is the tag. If you watch the movie, this is the tag that's on the car in the movies. And so now I got one. And I'm really thinking about putting this on the Screaming Chicken, which is the new name of my side-by-side.
Okay. Well, I drove the Screaming Chicken this morning without your knowledge because I went out and fed while you were taking care of inside things. And it was where we had done some work yesterday with the drag harrow on the back. So I moved it. I did realize that it went a lot faster.
I've been trying to tell you.
I mean, I mashed the gas and y'all, it was like, I mean, I didn't have to do anything. It just took off. So I think he's right. I had questions, but that tag going on the front of it is really it's gonna be like.
Well, I've gained at least 40 horsepower after putting the sticker on there. So I'll probably pick up another 5 or 6 with this tag on there.
Well, I'm scared to put one on mine because mine goes fast already. Yours is more meant for, I would say, farm work because it's a diesel.
Yes.
It's got a lot of, pull and power.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is like gets you from point A to point B in 0.2 seconds.
Yes.
So mine really no, it doesn't. Mine doesn't need any kind of sticker on it because it doesn't need to go any faster.
I'm going to get you them Longhorns. I may have to ask Lester. He got a
Does he have some?
Well, he's got Longhorn cows.
Well, I know, but he's not going to cut their horns off for me to put them on their side by side.
Well, maybe he's collected some over the years and got an extra set.
Man, Lester. I turned 50 in January. I'm just saying. Look at there. Look at Lester.
Lester, you gotta do that, buddy.
Oh, goodness.
You gotta do that.
$1 for every year of life? Look at, am I reading that right? He thinks you're 60?
So, there's an inside joke to this, too. So, yesterday, I get a text from Lester, and it says, "Happy 60th birthday."
Lester Morrow.
Oh, man.
That's just not.
I do
right.
appreciate his post, though, yesterday, wishing me happy birthday.
With his picture of Jake instead of you?
Well, I mean, it was a younger version of me.
Oh, Jake's.
It's one of those filters. You ever seen, you can get like on these Instagram and stuff, you can change the filter and make all your wrinkles and all go away.
Oh, gosh. And that's what happened with Jake.
Yeah, that wasn't Jake. That was me. Lester just had used one of them filters.
Okay.
Made me look a whole lot younger and stuff. My beard was a little bit bigger, too.
Whatever works, Jason.
That's right.
Whatever works. But I do not think that it would have been comparable if Jake had taken his hat off because he didn't have quite as much hair as you do.
We could have done that, couldn't we?
No, I mean, really.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it was kind of comical. And not too many people realized that was not you in that side by side.
Yeah.
They didn't catch the joke that's not Jason. They just said happy birthday, and that was
happy
nice.
Birthday. That was nice. That was nice.
Yes.
Yep. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So Tater is still hanging in there, y'all. I went out early this morning. I'm watching. I was actually chatting with Catherine, texting with Catherine, and I could not see out our curtains because we use the blackout curtains at night. I couldn't see if the sun had come up yet. And I knew that she was up sitting in the den and I didn't want to wake you up. So I said, "Is the sun up yet?" And she says, "Just starting to come up." I said, "I got to go." So I got up and snuck out because it was just on my mind that Tater was going to have her calf during the night last night. The weather's changing today. It was your birthday. I said, she's going to have that calf. And she did not have the calf last night.
Yep. She hasn't had it yet.
So the vet was wrong. Jackie, you're right. Now, he did not examine her.
No, he was just going by looks.
He said from the looks of it, 3 to 4 weeks. And that would have been last Thursday, would have been week 4.
Not only was the vet wrong, you went to the feed store.
Yeah, I did.
And had taken some pictures because they've been helping us out too.
I took a video.
Oh, took a video.
Took a video of Tater.
And took it to them and showed it to them. And the cow ranchers over there said 2 days.
2 days. They said she's either going to have it today or tomorrow.
2 days. And that was like Wednesday or
And I told Jason when I got in the truck to come back home, Mary Carl was with me, and I said, are you keeping an eye on Tater? And he said, yeah, why? And I said, because they said it's either going to happen today or tomorrow. Well, here we are 4 days later, 5 days later, and she still hadn't had the calf. So she's hanging in there, y'all. She's hanging in there.
Like a hair in a biscuit.
The funny thing is that Zoe and I were talking this week, and I tell her every day how Tater's doing. We share some pictures that aren't internet worthy to compare what the day was before. Y'all don't want to see all that mess, and I wouldn't share it with anybody but somebody that wanted to see it anyway.
Right.
But some rear end shots, and we can tell that she's swelling and it's getting closer to time. And Zoe said, well, Catherine said that it felt like a moose in there, and that she was close. And Catherine had gone on Nick and Zoe's live when they were on, and she had said something about a dream that she had. And in the dream, Tater had a moose for a calf, and the moose came out 2 inches bigger than Tater. And it was all a joke. But when these lives are happening, you can't make heads or tails out of what's coming through. So you might have just caught one part of it. And that's what happened, because Zoe thought that Catherine had actually examined Tater,
right,
and that she felt the calf, and it was huge like a moose.
Like a moose.
And I said, no. Nobody's examined Tater.
They didn't catch the dream part.
Especially not Catherine. I mean, Tater was not going to get in that chute when the doctor came to examine Cinco, and she dang sure wouldn't get in there for Catherine.
Right. No, you're exactly right.
So we don't know, but I could have sworn this morning, I said, oh my gosh, there's a hoof hanging out. And she was walking around eating grass, and I got my picture like I do every day. And y'all, I realized it wasn't a hoof. It was, she was going to the bathroom. and of course it was dark colored. And I was like, oh no, she did escape to a bull.
Oh gosh.
So then I took another picture, because she was out in the middle of the pasture, and all was well.
Yep.
All was well.
She'll fool you.
Yes, we have a head shoot. We do have a head shoot, but Tater got word when Cinco went first. And she said, I'm a smart girl.
She didn't want to go through that head shoot.
I'm not going in there. But I have a feeling if it was just Tater by herself, and we let her with a bucket, without seeing something else, she'd go in there.
Probably so.
But we're not going to stress her at this point. There's no reason to check her unless we see a complication. And Dr. D's got rotator cuff surgery, so we would have to get the other vet who lives in Montgomery to come over, and I just don't want to bother him if it's not necessary.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Another thing that the people were getting confused on was Paris and the babies.
Yes.
And that why did we name the babies? And I think some people didn't hear correctly, but in the video we said that the little girls, and maybe we should said the little girls that are getting the goats named it, but they named the babies Marty and Miriam. Is that right? I can remember Marty.
Marion.
Because I was a huge Back to the Future fan. And so Marty McFly is easy for me to remember.
And I thought that was so clever.
Yeah.
I thought that was so clever. And then Marion is from The Music Man.
Right.
And the little girls, Emma and Ella, did name the 2 goats. And they had a hard time coming up with the girl's name. Mom and Daddy said that the female's name was easy. The male's name was easy, but the female's name was a little more difficult. And y'all, I'm here to tell you, they're getting rambunctious. I mean, not so much that it's comical yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Nothing like baby goats.
Nothing like baby goats. And there are a lot of people said that it was pretty clear to them that we said that.
Okay.
But some people didn't get it. So
yeah.
Just
yeah.
wanted to clear that up. We didn't name the baby goats.
No. And that Paris is a perfect mama. She's such a good mama. Everything's going well. And it's just like her whole demeanor has changed now that she has babies.
Isn't that crazy?
She'll let us, get right up on her. And I guess she realized, and the babies totally trust us, obviously. As soon as I go in the stall, they walk to me. And now Paris doesn't come up to me and act like Bootsy or Tip, but
Right.
she does. She has learned to tolerate us, which is an improvement. So happy that everything's going well.
Right. Everything.
I hate we missed the delivery, but I'm also kind of happy we missed the delivery.
Yeah, I agree.
That morning, there was no signs.
Zero.
No signs of Paris having a baby. And we went on our errands without having any concern. And Nick and Zoe came by, dropped my kettle corn off, and there's baby goats. And they were already born.
Ain't that something?
Yes. So anyway, it just happened, I guess, the way it's supposed to happen. And that's the way I hope it happens with Tater.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to miss the Tater birth. I would like to see it. I'd like to be there, but I also don't want to interfere, and I don't want to cause her any stress. So I want what's best for mama and baby.
And from what we gather, cows having babies is kind of a long process.
Yeah.
Goats really are not that long of a process.
No.
But we've been told cows can take, even when you see a hoof, could be 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would and then that becomes a point to when do you intervene? When do you help?
That's
and
right.
when you don't help and that kind of thing. So yeah.
The little girls that are getting the babies, their mama told me that they thought that she was going to have one large boy for the kid, and I'm thankful that it wasn't large, and I'm thankful that it was two that were good size babies.
Yeah, me too.
So
yep.
Are we gonna video Tater's birth? If she has the calf and we're able to video it, of course we will, but we do not want to. We're just going to do what's best for her.
Yeah.
And if it means we need to stand back, then we won't video it. We just, it's not that important to us to get content over her health.
Right.
We want her to be in a stress-free situation.
Right.
But I tell you what she's been doing. She's been hanging out at the Moo Mansion a whole lot.
Yeah.
And, I know a lot of people say they go off to the woods and have their calf. And we do have a pine thicket on the backside of our property. But she's comfortable in that Moo Mansion. She goes in there a lot and lays down and just makes me feel like, thank you, Laurie. Makes me feel like that may be where she's going to have, no, we won't live stream her, but if we don't have internet out there in the pasture as good as what we do in the house and in the barn, it kind of loses its signal as we get away.
And we also get kind of worried if something,
Yeah, it's more important for us to make sure everything's going right.
Yeah.
Than to show what's happening.
Well, we hate for
live.
Something not to go right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like to edit that out if it does.
Yeah, we feel like we just need to be all hands on deck and not worry about showing something. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I did get myself I got myself a little early birthday present. That is my Alabama Crimson Tide won. And not only did they win, it was a record-setting night against
Wake Forest?
BYU.
Oh, BYU.
Yep, my mom. I'm thinking about the game coming up. I really am. It was a record-setting night against BYU. It was unbelievable. It was mind-blowing to watch it. On one hand, you're like, this is great because now they're going to the Elite Eight. on the other hand, he's like, I wish you could have saved some of this for the game coming up. Because today, Alabama will play Duke in the tournament. And which is, if you'd have told me this 5 years ago, but 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would have thought you was crazy. Because, Alabama's always been a big football school. Duke's always been a big basketball school. But to see Alabama do so well in basketball these last 5-6 years is just amazing. But growing up, not only was I an Alabama basketball fan, but there was probably one point I was a bigger Duke basketball fan than I was Alabama. My grandfather went to Duke.
Jason's mama's daddy graduated from.
He didn't graduate.
Oh, he didn't graduate.
Nope. He didn't graduate. He went to Duke, but he quit. He was a major in journalism, and so I think he got jobs writing, and I think that's why he dropped out. And I may be wrong on that. Mom may come in and tell me I'm completely wrong.
Well, I got a
my memory
cousin
says.
that went to Duke.
Yeah.
Has not been long ago graduated. So we may need to pull for Duke. Her daddy graduated from Alabama though, so
Okay.
we'll maybe have some.
Yeah. That's right. But yeah, I'm not near I'm not even I don't even keep up with Duke. I can hardly keep up with just one team, let alone two. When I was younger, it was, Duke was a big deal, but now not so much. But the fact that they're playing Duke, and I don't know, it kind of brings back a lot of memories for me. Granddad was a big Duke basketball fan, and that's how I became a big Duke basketball fan at the time. And so it's going to be interesting. Going to be very, 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 very interesting. There's still 4 teams in the SEC left, and there could legit be.
Oh, I know them all. I think Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, and Auburn.
No.
Oh, I was proud of myself.
Florida is the 1 seed.
Wowzers!
So you got Florida, Alabama, Auburn, and Tennessee.
So Ole Miss is out.
Ole Miss lost by 3 yesterday.
Oh goodness.
Yep. So there is a chance we could have 4 teams in the Final Four, and that'd be the exact same teams that were in the Final Four in the SEC tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
So could Alabama and Auburn play in the final game?
I'm almost 95% positive, yes.
Would that be something? Wonder when the last time.
I'm almost 99% positive that's the case.
Wonder when the last time 2 teams from the same state played.
I think Duke and North Carolina's done.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
if Alabama and Auburn ended up, that would be. I know a lot of people don't know, but the rivalry is. It's an unhealthy one in this state. I can tell you that. In my opinion, it's unhealthy.
So Jason was watching the game the other night, and I was telling Catherine that he was all amped up about the game, and he was excited, and that if they won, that they would go to. I was telling her, she didn't know anything about basketball. Telling her they go to the grade 8,
Elite 8.
Well, it used to be called the grade 8, didn't it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But go ahead.
So I started looking at tickets to the championship game, and I didn't even know where it was. Well, it's in San Antonio, Texas. So my first thought was Leicester. I'm like, how close is San Antonio to Leicester? Well, I don't think it's that close. So then I started looking at flights from Birmingham to San Antonio. There is no direct flight. And then I looked at the ticket prices, and the ticket prices right then for the final game were very reasonable. And Catherine was trying to talk me into going ahead and buying the tickets.
Oh, goodness.
It's Monday night, not this coming Monday night, but it'll be the next Monday night.
Yeah.
And I said, no, because I'll have to take him to the Atlanta airport to get on a plane so he can have a direct flight. So I didn't buy the tickets, but just think, you don't know if your team's going to be in there. At that time, we had 16 teams that could have possibly played in it. And if you bought the tickets and it ends up being I was thinking I could make my money back.
Oh, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, if Alabama didn't go, then I could make money off of them
Mm-hmm.
because somebody wants to go. But I
Mm-hmm.
didn't buy them. I hate to tell you, I didn't buy them.
That's good. That's one of those things that in my heart I would love to go to, but my mind's like, there's no, that's just too much.
Well, Catherine told me, she said, Brooke, he can't do that by himself. And I said, no, I'll have to get Michael Key or somebody to go with me.
To find somebody to go with me.
I had to get Michael Key to go with him. And then, because I can't, I just, that's not me. I mean, I would go with you, but I don't have any interest in it. Yeah. So it would be better for somebody that had interest in it to go. So needless to say, I'm not taking him to the airport. He doesn't like the Atlanta airport anyway.
No, I do not.
He would probably. I mean,
the airport, I don't getting in there. I don't mind. It's parking at the Atlanta airport.
Well, see, I could have dropped you off right there in the front.
That's true. That's true.
And then picked you up right there in the front.
That's true. But the last time we went to the Atlanta airport, thank goodness, there was like a hotel that you could pay for that you didn't have to stay in.
We did that the last 2 times we've flown out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Found a hotel that we could park at, and it's much cheaper than parking at the airport. And they have a shuttle that takes you and drops you off in front. And gosh, that just eliminated a lot of stress.
All the stress.
We weren't too worried after that.
I'm not built for that.
No.
I'm not built for that.
And I can't do the kiosk stuff. I get so messed up. So I need him for that purpose, but he needs me for the mental preparation.
It's crazy.
We need each other.
It's crazy. I won't ever forget. We went several years ago, and they were doing construction on the parking in the Atlanta airport, and you were driving, and it was way confusing. They had these people standing there with signs, and it made 0 sense where to go. 0. And you got so stressed out that we ended up dropping you and Mary Carl off at the front, and I went and parked.
I couldn't figure out what to do, and I told Jason, I said, I just got to get out. You're going to have to go park this car. And so we did. We swapped places, and it took you about 40 minutes to get from where you parked to where
I went and parked somewhere. It was ended up looking like a football field full of cars, and there was a guy driving up and down the roads. I bet there's 1,000 cars in there, and they pick you up and take you all the way back to the airport. I don't know how I made it through that. I'm not built for that at all.
Yeah, we learned our lesson after that time, and we've parked at the hotel the last 2 times, and we'll continue to do that. But it's much easier flying out of Birmingham.
It is.
It's so limited, direct flights anyway.
I won't ever forget. I went to a football game in Atlanta, and it was Alabama versus Virginia Tech. And me and Starsky, my cousin, who lived close to Atlanta.
In Noonan.
And I met him over there, and he drove a crew cab, 4-wheel drive Ford F-250 diesel. And y'all, he would drive through that Atlanta traffic.
He already drives like a madman, much less.
Like he was driving a Kia. And just, he would whip in a parking spot and this is before you had the cameras. We didn't have cameras on cars then. And it blew my mind. I mean, but he drove in it all the time.
So let me tell y'all what happened when Mary Carl and I went to Atlanta. So we had to drive Jason's truck, which is a big truck, like what you're talking about. Well, we were getting the metal for the new chicken coop, and I had to have the bed of the truck. Well, we decided we were going to a little store that Mary Carl wanted to go to, which was in I don't even remember what that suburb was called, but it was in a little suburb, and the streets were a lot smaller than what they normally are. So we're going through traffic, and traffic's just buzzing back and forth. And all of a sudden, I heard this boom noise. And I told Mary Carl, I said, what was that noise? And she said, a bus, Mama, a bus. She's looking out the side window, and there was a bus, like a passenger bus. And she said, it hit our mirror. And the mirror in the truck was folded in. And we just, it didn't mess anything up. It didn't mess anything up on them, but it scared me to death because I realized then that mirror had hit, or that bus had hit our mirror and folded it in. That's how close the cars were.
Yeah.
Going side by side. At least it wasn't oncoming traffic. It was side by side.
That's right.
So anyway, I was glad to get out of that.
Catherine said that earlier that she swears she heard me over at her house during the game.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. She probably did.
She probably did.
She probably did. I do get a little animated.
Mary Carl came in the kitchen area and ate her dinner. Jason ate watching the game, and so I'm sitting at the computer in the extra bedroom, and she comes walking down the hall, and she just looked at me with these big eyes, and she kept walking.
I do get a little animated. I do.
Little 5 points. That was it.
Okay.
How did you know that?
I don't know.
That's where I was.
Yep.
Michael Key said he's going with you to the game.
Oh, is he?
No, he said it was an epic game.
It was an epic game. I was texting him some.
I was thinking about Michael when I was buying those tickets.
Oh, I don't know if Michael can handle all that either. I don't know.
He could if I dropped y'all off the door of the airport.
Listen, we went to the Shakespeare. We went and ate in Shakespeare Festival yesterday. The play was at 7. It was over at 9. We got home at 10. We had to feed the animals, get everybody all put up.
It was 10:30 when we got back in the house last night after feeding the animals. And I'm here to tell y'all, that's too late for this old girl.
Man, wow.
The play was awesome, but after the intermission, I was yawning so
my gosh.
that I was almost embarrassed. I was thinking to myself, I hope nobody sees me because it's nothing about the play. It's just that I'm done for. And we worked hard yesterday.
We did work hard yesterday.
So that probably didn't help. The fact that
it didn't help. Yeah. I was wore out. I can only imagine because I'm sure this basketball game is probably going to start at 7. And so it won't be over till 10. Well, the bad thing is Alabama's game tonight's at 8.
Well, that's okay though, because a basketball game doesn't last 4 hours like a football game.
No, but they'll push it to 3 because they gotta get them daggum ads in there, and yeah, it'll be 10, 11 o'clock. I'll be able to stay up. I'll get too amped up unless Alabama's getting destroyed, and then I'll hold my head down. The next day I'll be fine.
That's right. You'll be fine tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I just am not going to come in contact with you afterwards.
I'm glad the refs can't hear me.
Oh, y'all. Traveling. 3 seconds in the lane. If I heard 3 seconds in the lane once, I heard it 100 times. And I heard the floor's wet. That's not a foul. The floor's wet.
The guy slipped down and they did it back-to-back times in the last
game. This. I know this.
The boy slipped. And the Alabama guys just standing there, and the boy, if it had been the opposite way, I'd have said the same thing. It was a terrible call. It was terrible. The boy slipped on sweat, and they called a foul.
Twice.
Back-to-back plays.
Thank you. You call it on him, you can call it on us.
Yeah. Back-to-back plays. The 3 seconds in the lane. Anybody watches basketball knows what I'm talking about or knows anything about basketball. The 3 second in the lane rule no longer exists in basketball whatsoever, and neither does traveling or carrying the ball. They don't call carrying the ball anymore either. But the 3 second in the lane rule drives me insane. And if you don't know, you can't stay in the lane, the little square part under the goal, longer than 3 seconds if you're on offense. You've got to get out. And they never call it. They'll sit in there for 10, 15 seconds, and they never call it. And it drives me mad.
He's not kidding either. It drives him mad.
Crazy.
It makes him yell. All right. So I got something I want to share with y'all.
All right.
It's about our friend Caden. He hasn't gotten hurt again. It's nothing about that. But Caden is out on spring break this past week, and that's one reason he was able to help us out. And so Tuesday afternoon, he fished in a fishing tournament. And I did not think to ask him how he did in it. It didn't cross my mind, but I saw on his mama's Facebook page this. Let's see. Should I play the volume?
I don't think it matters. God, it's a big old
Well,
fish.
it makes a difference if I play the volume. Do I have to turn it on ring?
Yeah. $1,500 he's fixing to throw back in the river.
All right, let's see.
And this right here will tell y'all everything you need to know about Caden. Seriously, what you're fixing to see is going to tell y'all everything y'all need to know about Caden. And they were not making anything up. We're not exaggerating when we say he's a good boy. I'm telling y'all, he's a good boy.
This is something that every parent would want out of their child, and I don't care how good of a kid they are. This is proud mama.
Michael, key watch this.
Proud mama, proud daddy, proud friend, anything moment. Y'all ready?
There's Caden's tag fish. Let's get a picture of the tag.
See that tag?
It's a tagged fish.
$1,500 he's fixing to throw back in the river.
We'll tell y'all about it in a minute.
Registered.
He's got to take a picture of it.
Pretty good little spot.
So he threw the fish back in the water.
And you just threw $1,500 out of the boat. Congratulations.
So why did he throw $1,500 out the boat?
So Caden signed up for the fishing tournament. He wasn't pre-registered for like a tagged fish.
And a tagged fish is something that the wildlife department does.
So had he pre-registered for that tagged fish, he would have automatically either won $1,500 cash, a new truck, or a new bass boat. So when he caught that fish, he registered for the tagged fish. And he thought to himself, that's not right. I didn't sign up ahead of time, and I'm throwing this fish back. So he threw the fish back, and he could have very easily said, I caught the fish after I signed up. Nobody would have known any different.
Yep.
And he didn't. He threw it back because he knew that was the right thing to do, and it would have been on his conscience. And I think it just says a lot about what kind of kid he is.
Yep.
Didn't have anything to do with the fact that his daddy was in the boat with him. He said he made that decision on his own. He just didn't think it was right, and he put him back in. So I've never even seen a tagged fish, much less anybody catch one.
Right.
And he'll probably never catch one again in his life. But now that he signed up for it, if he does, he'll be in better shape.
That's right. Absolutely. So yeah, he would have won big fish. I'm assuming that's what they meant. That would have been the. Is that what it was?
Well, he didn't have a tag for he wasn't signed up for a tagged fish.
Okay.
He had to be pre-registered.
I got you.
So he's a good boy. He's a good kid, and I just couldn't be happier to say that he helps us out, and I feel like we help him out. He just he's one of a kind.
That's right.
He's somebody that every mama could dream that their child would turn out to be like. Just a good kid. Good kid. What is it?
I was a Florida fan. I was trying to read this gone, but it went too fast. They were loud too.
Worried about that game, y'all. Worried about that game.
I am worried. Well, yeah, I'm worried about the game. I didn't even look. I know Duke's gonna be favored. I don't know by how much, but they'll be favored.
Okay, so another thing is, I'll start at the beginning of the thing that happened with Matilda. Y'all know that she came to us in bad shape. And Dr. D looked at her. We ended up taking her to Auburn, where they did an ultrasound and a MRI of her knee, determined she had a lot of joint problems in there, gave her a steroid injection, and told us that, she should be better. Well, she was better. She was better.
That's right.
For probably a good month and a half after she went to Auburn. And then we could start seeing it go back to the way it was. And so I reached out to Dr. D, and he wanted to put her on a supplement. a joint supplement. So we tried something that was, just over the counter, inexpensive, and we didn't see any improvement. And so Dr. D said, all right, he said, let's take a step up. I know this stuff works because it has worked for people's horses that I treat. So try Lubricin. And so he's telling Catherine this because he was treating her calf, Helen, at her house. And so Catherine's writing down everything that I need to know. And I was like, Lubricin? I had to spell it because I'd never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it in my phone, and Catherine and I got to looking for it. We found some at Tractor Supply, but it was for horses. She's obviously not a horse. So I ordered the Lubricin from the company and started using it. And I must say, I had in my mind that this was not going to work. It looked like mineral oil, and it's not, there's no way this stuff can help this cow. So after 4 days, would you say 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, I think so.
3 to 4 days, we started seeing improvement. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. So we obviously continued to use it. Well, one of our nice followers reached out to us and told us about a contest that Lubricin was having, and it was on Facebook, and that we should sign up for it because we could get Matilda's medicine possibly free if we won this contest. So she's going to run out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So we signed up for the contest, and we it was the one with the most votes won. I put a picture of Matilda on there, ask you guys to vote for, and the votes were just adding up. They were click, click, click. So some of you guys reached out to the company and asked that the company sponsor Matilda.
Yep, that's what y'all did.
That's what y'all did.
It blows our mind.
We didn't know anything about it, and so we were like, well, thank y'all, and then we get an email from the company
from Lubricin,
mm-hmm. And they said, hey, we know about Matilda, and we're so glad that our product is helping you, and we would love to sponsor you.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason and I couldn't believe it. We were like, oh my gosh,
couldn't believe it.
So she said, if we were to sponsor you, we would ask that you take your post down off Facebook, because we will obviously be giving you the medication for free for Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
And that would give somebody else a chance to win the medicine that needed it.
That's right.
And I said, yes, absolutely. So we took the post down, and we tried to explain to y'all why we took it down, but I don't know that it came across the way it should have.
It did, I think so.
So we took the post down, and I got in contact with the lady, and we were working out details on what we could do for a Lubricin, promotion. They agreed that they would send Matilda what she needs every quarter, and they will also give me a coupon code that I can pass on to you guys. Now, why would I want to pass that on to you guys? You probably don't all have cows, but guess what? They make it for humans.
And cats and dogs.
And cats and dogs and horses and other animals. So I had no idea.
Yep.
And I got to reading on the website, and I said, I wonder if this would help me. And I think I told y'all about this. So I reached out to them, and they said it's all natural and that it will not interact with any medication that I'm taking, and that she's going to send me some too. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. So that's why I'm telling y'all, is because we have a link that will give you guys 25% off if you use the link. And also, you could use it for your dog. Your cat doesn't have to be the human variety. It could be for the cow. It could be for anything. So I don't have the product yet, so I haven't started using it. But I do intend on using it, and I will pass on the results.
Yep.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not going to say that something helped me if it didn't, and it may not help me because everybody's different.
That's right.
It helped Matilda, and I had never heard of it in my life. So, Jason, can you put the link up there?
I'll put the link in this after it's over with.
Oh, I thought you could do it now.
No, because it's a chat box right now.
Okay.
But when it's over with, I'll put it in as soon as it's over. We'll put and you can use the discount
if you
code.
Want to do it right now, you can go on to Lubricin's website. I wasn't prepared. Let's see. Can you put the link to the Lubricin website up?
I can't do anything right now
Okay.
because it's the chat box.
All right. So it's LUBRISYN.com.
Yep.
Don't forget the www. I bet Londa can do it for me. www.LUBRISYN.com. And the code that you will use will be COGHILL. COGHILL, all one word.
All one word.
When we put the link up, it'll automatically give you the savings.
The 25% off.
But if you do it right now, then you're going to have to put that COGHILL code in there to get the 25% off. So, I mean, I thought that was fantastic that they agreed to help me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, here, I'm going to be with my cow as a poster, and we're going to be the, I hope it helps. I mean, I really do. I'm much better than what I was, but I still have some joint aches and pains. And there's a good video to watch on their website it's showing the inside cutout of a horse's leg.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real leg.
Right.
It's a cutout.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows the fluid, cyanotic fluid, something like that. Can't pronounce it right, but we all have it.
Mm-hmm.
Animals, humans, whatever. And that fluid is free flowing and it's thick. But as we age and arthritis sets in, that fluid doesn't fill all the spaces that it should.
Mm-hmm.
And so this supplement basically helps you to lubricate your joints some more and helps you to not have the pain and I'm telling y'all, it is night and day difference in Matilda. And she don't know nothing about how much it costs, where I got it. She just, I mean, it was just a perfect.
It did, yeah. We were shocked when it
And
worked.
when Dr. D told me about it, I
Mm-hmm.
had never ever heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now some of y'all might. There she goes. Some of y'all might have heard of it.
Is that the
Well, that's the code.
Luberson.Coghill Farms?
Mm-mm.
Anyways, that's how you spell-
Luberson.com. The code is COGHILL.
Okay.
Synovial fluid. That's right.
Synovial fluid.
So,
But this is how you spell Luberson. You just do that.
yeah, Luberson.com.
That's how you spell it.
LUBRISYN. And we'll post it on both Facebook and YouTube, the link to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just want to go there, use the. I saw something about that fluid.
This goes so fast.
We broke their website.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
We have done that before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Lauren, who's a rep at the company, when I talked to her on the phone, I said, okay, so do I need that with the MSM? Which I don't know what that means. I don't know everything about it. And she said for me to get that with the MSN.
Okay.
So if you're in question, there you go. Londa put it up there, the code. It's the website with the code.
With the code's COGHILL. One
Yeah,
word.
it says code COGHILL. Code COGHILL,
Yep.
not COGHILL Farm.
Anyways.
Sorry, y'all.
Luberson is it though.
Yeah.
And use promo code COGHILL, all one word.
Thank you, Londa.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. But I was reading like when they put the contest up, my dog takes this and he can now catch a frisbee. Website doesn't work.
Huh.
I wonder if we broke it.
I wonder if you got the right address. Surely that's it, ain't
Well,
it?
Jason, I looked right here. This is not an address. This is. See?
Huh.
It is very slow. Maybe we broke it.
We have done that before in the past. I'm not going to lie.
Well, if it doesn't work now, come back maybe a little bit later and see if it'll work.
Yeah, it is not going.
It's not going.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so I got Lauren's phone number. Maybe I should tell her we blew it up.
Tell her the website's down.
We blew it up,
we may
girl.
have too much traffic going there. I would text her that.
But anyway, I'm excited to start using it. I saw that it's grape flavored. Now they make some that's not grape flavored. I don't know what she's sending me, but I know I'm getting the human variety with the MSM. And I'm really excited to. Somebody said it came right up for them, so maybe
Okay.
maybe it's back working. Too many people trying. I think you're right,
Probably so.
but I'm really excited. I said, Catherine said, "What are you going to do if it helps you?" I said, "Well, I'm going to go out there and eat grass just like Matilda does."
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
I don't know how it couldn't help humans if it helps her.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I have not tried it, so I can't tell you for sure yet. But I will let you know.
Somebody said that their dog uses it.
Their
We
dog-
had somebody that sent us a message this week and said that they bought it for their cat,
and
they said it was almost night and day.
it is with Matilda.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing.
The cow flavor is just unflavored. I put it on her top of her feed, and it's kind of like mineral oil. It's got a pump, and I just pump it on her feed, and she don't know what's in there. She has no idea.
She don't stop her from eating it.
No, she gobbles it up.
She's a mess.
She about took me out this morning. I was trying to come up with a picture so I could make a post because I didn't want to just put a jug on the Facebook post. I wanted a picture with me and Matilda and the jug. So I had fed her. Jason was at home, and I'm trying to set up my 3-second timer to take these pictures by myself. And y'all know me and pictures do not agree. So here's one. She about took me out, I'm telling y'all. Here's another one. They get better. There's another one. She's like, "Give me that stuff." No head in that one. Can y'all see me out there just mashing, taking shot after shot? She's like, "Ooh, mama. That's good stuff right there."
Oh goodness.
This one's the best. I see y'all. Yeah, I had pumped it on her food, and I thought, well, I'll go take that picture because I can make a post and it'll be easier for people to go to the link.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
It didn't go as planned.
Oh, Matilda. She was trying. She was trying.
She was trying. She tries with that head butting me, and maybe I'll make that the picture since y'all know.
I mean, it's so good. It was funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
So, I wanted to share with y'all our friend Ryan the Roaster, who is one of the best people out there. I mean, he's just a good man all the way around. He's a good man. And he has a Facebook page, Ryan the Roaster. He has a YouTube channel, Ryan the Roaster. And if y'all don't follow him, he has some very inspirational things that he talks about.
He does.
It's just kind of he's just a feel-good guy. You know, he just wants to share positivity. He had a lady on there this week. She brought him a plate of food, and he called her Greenie B, I want to say. Greenie B brought him a plate of food, and her words were just spot on. Ryan's just a good guy. So if you want somebody new to watch and don't watch Ryan, you might want to check him out. If it's not your thing, I understand, but he just shares what he believes, and I commend him for that.
Yeah, he's awesome. He really is. Yep, it was Granny B.
Are we drinking the coffee? Mine's gone.
It's gone.
Mine's gone.
It's gone.
Mine is. I need some more. I really do. I went out and fed without coffee, and the whole time I was out there, I was thinking, man, I hope that coffee's ready when I get home. I hope it's ready. So it is ready and done. I look forward to coffee every day. Ryan does a good job with that, and we are happy to be able to help him and his family as a local business, local small business.
That's right.
Some people have very small, very minimal say sometimes that we have gone to commercial, and I don't see it that way at all, because we're helping local small businesses, and without us, they wouldn't be doing well.
Right.
So Ryan will tell you that firsthand. We
Mhm.
helped him, and he appreciates us. And so y'all helping him, he appreciates that as well.
Absolutely.
And it just goes on and on. Laura, Jacqueline, I mean, Rachel and Roy,
Rachel and Roy.
the list goes on.
Mhm.
Jay with the books. We just try to help people.
That's right. I've seen this, I don't know how many times, but for me to suggest that Luberson to Lester. So
he has some aches and
I think
pains.
Lester has some joint pains there. So I'll tell him about it. Sure will.
Well, let me try it first and see if it helps me. I mean, and I say everybody's different. You know, what helps me may not help you. What helps?
I'll put the bug in his ear and
Okay.
see if it helps you, and if it does, then I'll let him know.
That's right.
How about that?
There, Londa did it that time. If you want to,
Okay.
post that one up there before we get off of here. I've got company coming. Little Emma and Ella that are getting Paris's 2 little babies, Marion and Marty, are coming to see them for the first time. And I won't be videoing. They're a private family, and we respect that. So just know that they're coming for a visit, and I can't wait for them to see these babies for the first time. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so exciting to see their little faces light up. Mom and Daddy's faces light up too. It's
going to be great.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
So that's our plan for today.
Lester's goat needs it.
Lester's goat needs it.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what a lot of people are saying. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
there,
that's
but
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Ringo.
Okay.
They say he does too, and Ringo.
So that's a good thing.
I'll let Lester know about it.
They say the website's working now. So
okay.
Maybe we calmed it down.
Maybe so. I'll tell Lester about the
Lester needs it for Hope. Who is Hope?
I think that's Hope. Is that one of the horses?
I don't know. They both
Lester needs it for his knee and Paw.
Well, I'll tell you what. Matilda will go out there and tell y'all, I don't know what that stuff is, but
well, I'm grateful that Dr. D
I'd never heard of it. And
suggested it.
Without Dr. D, I never would have heard of it.
Regardless if Luberson and you guys would have, got all that, the whole sponsor thing.
Oh, I'd have kept buying it.
We'd have kept buying it, and it would just, it was just.
I don't talk about things that don't work. I mean, we're not commercialized where we feel like we need to share something that doesn't work for us. It's legit.
Mm-hmm.
And we would continue to buy it. I bought the first gallon, and it wasn't cheap, but I'm going to do what it takes to make her healthy and happy. And Dr. D said firsthand, he knew it would work. He knew it would work.
He was pretty confident in it. Yep, he sure was.
So,
and the great thing is you don't need a prescription or anything.
No, you can just order it.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's true. But it's all natural, so I don't know how they can have to have a prescription.
That's true.
Does Dr. D know about the sponsorship?
Not yet.
He's
gonna freak out. He's gonna. That's gonna blow his mind. I can tell y'all.
That's
gonna blow his mind.
Jason said yesterday. He said, "Reckon what Dr. D's gonna say about Luberson sponsoring us."
He's gonna freak. He's gonna shake his head.
He might. Well, Matilda's happy, and I tell you what, I wouldn't hesitate to use it on any of my other animals that I felt were in need. So,
funny story about Dr. D. His first time here, he comes here and he asked, I don't know how the conversation came up, but he asked about us. And, we said, yeah, we're on social media and we do the YouTube channel, whatever. And, just that was it. He didn't say anything else about it. That was it. Nothing.
No questions.
No questions, anything like that. And so he's pulling out the driveway, gets to the end of the driveway, and stops. Just like that. And then next thing I know, he rolls the window and said, I didn't know y'all was famous. Bro, when he got in the driveway, he looked on
Yeah.
social media. So we were
Yeah,
like,
he
"Oh
had
my
no
God."
idea who we were, and we didn't intend on telling him, but he wanted to know
Oh goodness.
what we did. And
Yeah.
you can't say work in an office when
hmm
you don't work in an office. This is what you do. So
Yeah.
here we are, and he
That's
could
funny.
care less. I mean, he doesn't treat us any different. He gets to us when he gets to us,
Mhm.
and all patients are created equal. So we respect him for that.
Yep. Absolutely. He's awesome. And he don't mind us filming either.
No, he does not. So, all right, you got empty coffee?
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. The sun is trying to poke out. Maybe the showers are
I hope
gone.
so. And I know there's some supposed to be could be some nasty weather throughout the central and south South Alabama.
Monday, it's going to be rough here.
Is that when it's going to be?
Mhm.
So just hope and pray that it's just some big rain and that's it.
That's right.
Yep.
So whatever you're doing today,
Hope it's the best day ever. Y'all be good.